right? Don't get me wrong. The living, like, they can fuck you up, but
Hmm.
ghosts, paranormal activity can fuck you up mentally.
Yeah, okay, fine, mentally. And it's like, no, it's like, I hope you don't think they like throw sh I'm telling you, Sasquatch is more believable than a ghost.
What? Are you kidding
Sasquatch.
me? What is up, everyone? Welcome to a special edition to the Rated G podcast. I'm your host, G. Derado. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back and thank you for your continued support. And for anyone else who is new here, welcome to the show. Here on Rated G, I like to sit down and have honest discussions and conversations revolving all things related to art and creativity. And I often will do it by myself, and sometimes I will bring on a guest who is a friend and fellow artist, creator, crafter, musician, performer, you name it. And I have them on here just to help promote each other and to get to know each other a little bit more. And yeah, so if you enjoy this type of content, you like long form conversations, please be sure to hit like, subscribe, ring the notification bell to keep up with the uploads. Be sure, especially if I do have a guest on, be sure to check out the show description so you can find all the links leading to our social media. And yeah, don't be shy, especially if you're watching on YouTube. Don't be shy and leave a comment or questions or any of that jazz. Leave something in the comments to help out the algorithm. Do all the necessary things to help the podcast grow. And yeah, let's party on. Now, my guest today, this is an extra special occasion because she is making her fifth solo appearance on the podcast. So I'm really glad that we're doing this and catching up. You can find her on Instagram at riot_NJ. Please welcome back talented artist Cali Smith.
Yeah. Oh boy, what an intro.
Well, I mean, hey, this is your fifth. You're a 5-star guest
Oh,
now.
yeah. Oh, I thought it was four. Okay.
Nah.
Well, then we just got right into it. I was like, I thought we were gonna like shoot the shit, but I was like, nah. I mean, we always come up with something to talk to, so it's just like, okay,
Oh,
cool.
yeah, of course. I mean, I'll do a little preparation, but I mean, yeah, you've been here several times now, so I
Yes.
often feel like I don't need to do too much preparation. But yeah, I mean, the last time you're on here was what, last year for the Bitch Fest with Jenna Davis.
Oh yeah, yes, yes.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, I had a lot of fun with that, and yeah, it's kind of crazy because like you were one of the first guests I've had on the podcast. I mean, I would have to look it up and see which episode your first appearance was. I mean, this was during one, before COVID. I was kind of like a traveling podcast at that point because I was not only bringing guests to my apartment, but I was like also trying to meet other guests like halfway, or if they were comfortable enough, and they would have me at their home. I mean, in our case,
Yeah.
we did our first podcast at the the gallery studio that you were having your artwork hung up at, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. It was Index in Newark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, they
So,
got the property got bought out, so
oh yeah, that happens.
yeah, development, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But glad you got that in. I was like, yeah, you recorded it.
Yeah, so what's new, huh?
Wow. Actually, I wanted to tell you.
Huh?
Um, well, if you come back to Jersey, guess what?
Uh-oh. What?
Guess what? There's an apothecary in Mapletown.
What's that again? Apothecary.
Well, apothecary. Well, I don't know. They call them apothecary. It's like herbs and stuff. But
Oh.
this one, yeah, it sells the Mary Jane, the
Oh,
MJ.
okay, okay. So,
MJ. I don't want to say it directly, but New Jersey, as you know, is medical and recreational.
Okay,
No.
so okay. Why you gotta
Yeah.
use big words with me?
I have to. Apothecary.
So like
Hey, you
weed
learned
shops?
something. Oh man, apothecary. Because I'm not even sure what apothecary is anyway
I
myself.
don't
So
either. That's why I'm like,
I just know I think it has something to do with herbs. I don't know. I'll look it up later. I was just saying you knew it because it's like it feels like you're immersed in the culture.
immersed in
Yes.
the. So yes,
Immersed.
yeah. For the new audience members, I indulge in the marijuana. Yes, but I don't have. I'm dry today, so I'm
Yeah.
whining. I'm
I was looking
drinking.
at that. I was like, really? I was like, okay, so I'm the one who's like,
Well, you
I was
don't.
like,
Well, you don't smoke weed or anything, right?
nah, they had gummies, so I took a gummy. Well, half a
Okay.
gummy.
But
I'm
like, I mean, you'll, I guess, in some way try some or have some THC. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it, yeah, that's what it was. Well, it was, hold on. This one, it's mad low. It's like for beginners, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm like, I'm pretty feeling pretty good. And probably like within the next couple of hours, I can like, walk it off.
Mhm.
Um, so it's like it's elderberry, elderberry. It's fancy. And it's only 5 milligrams, but it's also let me see. Hold on. I gotta remember the strain. It's not stevia, it's the other one.
Indica.
Yes, thank
Oh,
you.
so that's gonna chill you out. Okay.
Yeah, because work is physical pain. Driving in the car and commuting is physical pain. So I don't want to
It's
take
physical
action.
pain. Why is it? Why is it
Oh,
physical
it's
pain?
physical pain. Yeah, because you got to sit there and I don't have a vibrating chair in my car. Like,
Well,
like I'm not that fancy.
who does? Who has a
I don't,
vibrating seat?
I'm telling you, those new cars, I hear they have like massagers, the
Oh, I mean, okay, but shit. I mean, we're
did I
talking
say
about like.
vibrating? I meant massager. Whatever. Whatever. You
um,
know.
no, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that hey, good for you. I mean, I've yet to find my dosage because I'm
Mm.
convinced I have such a high tolerance that it probably will take because like 5 milligrams, that's 5-10 milligrams, that's like a nice even keel dosage for like a I mean, yeah, like a novice user or any person that just wants to be able to function but still want to have that nice calmness. But
Mhm.
like a 5 milligrams not gonna do anything for me.
No,
Um,
totally.
but yeah, so I still struggle with it. And also, I don't know, I'm old school when it comes to that stuff. Like I'd rather just smoke flower than have to eat. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not against it, but I just know it doesn't I would have to have a high dosage and I don't know what that would be,
Oh my God.
but
Right,
no,
right.
so that's why you started indulging on edibles, like just
Yeah.
the physical and like the commuting,
Yes.
all that stuff. Okay.
Oh, commuting, and you'd be surprised this motion or whatever. I'm working on my arms. They may not seem too, really strong, but because, I'm a file by trade, I'm a file clerk. That's what pays the bills. So I'm like running around with like, these huge stacks and of paper. You'd be surprised. I mean, we got like over like 1,300 kids in our school district. And,
Well, you know what it is, Kali. I hate to
yeah,
bring it up, but
what?
we're getting older, so it's super important to. And I'm not gonna go in coach mode. I'm just saying
No,
we're
no,
getting
totally.
older,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
so it's important that we we physically condition ourselves so that we can get through our day-to-day activities without injury
Yes, totally.
and stuff like that. So yeah, it
Yeah, that's
is
not the
what it
part that
is.
really. I mean, it's not really the part that majorly makes me hurt. It's just like sitting in the car, it hurts.
Hmm. Well, I
Sitting
think it's
next to
just
me.
because you're not getting enough circulation, and yeah, like after a while, you start cramping up. I'm sure,
Yeah,
like once you start stretching, you'll probably start feeling at least a little bit more alleviated. You know,
yeah. No, no. I stretch every morning. That's what I'm saying. It's
that's
like,
good.
no,
You just
yeah.
might have
So
to
like,
do a little bit more with that commute,
if
probably.
I mean, unless I like throw a yoga mat at the end of the day, that's the only way I'm thinking. Like,
Oh
but
yeah,
because
and
it's like, yeah, because Yeah, no, because I stretch in the morning and I'm pretty good until like in a work, I work, and then after work I'm like I'm beat. So I'm like, well, I mean, I guess I could stretch, but I like doing a floor stretch with my legs in the air. That's just, that's what I like.
No, that's good. I mean, I mean, it's important to stretch for sure, you know. I
Yeah.
I I try to encourage everyone to stretch, especially those that work out. It's so important to stretch before and after a workout. You got to relax those muscles. And then again, like that's probably why it's painful for you. Like how long is your commute?
Like 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
definitely going to be sore and cramped up for that long. I mean, so yeah, I mean, yeah, just keep stretching, just keep doing what you're doing, stay hydrated. I'm sure like, nutrition's gonna be is a factor too. So if like, if you're not ideally eating clean, I mean, that's gonna have an effect
Mm.
too.
Yeah, I try to make all my foods at least.
Yeah, I'm
That's what I
actually
think I could think of.
say that again.
That's what I think that's the only thing I could think of is like I try to make all my yeah, because I lay off like the fast food because
Yeah,
that's what was like I feel like bloating me out, keeping the weight on, So I very rarely get fast food anymore.
that's
So I
good.
hand make everything. Yeah, so even if it's like spaghetti or something, it's sauce is handmade, spaghetti boiled, it's handmade still.
Oh yeah, that's great. And I mean, and like even spaghetti too, like if you're going with, I mean, I'll promise we're not gonna go too deep into this, but I will say, pasta still has an effect. So like, I mean, at least like for us, like because Nicole's Italian, so it's almost nearly impossible for her not to have any type of pasta at some point.
Right.
But we do have like alternate, like we don't go for like regular pasta. We always get like either chickpea pasta or like spinach pasta. That's
Yes, this is
something that
true.
we get. So like, yeah, I mean, hey, but at least you're making an initiative to do something that's better for your body. Like
Yes.
I'm always preaching about clean eating and staying active, especially people around our age and older.
Yeah, right.
Like I'm actually,
No, this is true. It's not like we're not like 80 or anything, but it's just like you can go at any moment. Like I've seen 20-year-olds, not seen, okay, not I haven't seen them, but there is always a report of a 20-year-old having a heart attack, and it's just like it could strike anybody.
yeah,
But
I mean, and like, I mean, there's
but I
so
can
many variables onto like why their
Mhm.
health plummeted or whatever. But I mean, yeah, it's just you just gotta put your body a little bit through that some of that whether it's light exercise or stretching, yoga, whatever. You just got to get that condition. It's
or,
all
fi-
about conditioning.
or filing. Fine, shoot, I work out. Like a filing, lifting up those stacks, filing all these dang folders away. There's
Yeah,
a lot of kids, and you need help.
for
What was
sure.
it? I forgot what I was going to tell you. Also, nope, forgot it.
So yeah, what else is new?
That was about it.
Yeah,
I still have my studio. Nothing too impressive. No, no.
just working and living, huh?
Oh, that's right. Now I remember because you're saying asking what was new. So, like, I don't mean to talk about my job, but one of my colleagues, she fell ill, and that's actually another reason why I decided to partake in recreational,
Okay.
edibles because she just freaking had a heart attack, and I know it was because of the amount of work we do at my job. So it's
Yeah,
just like
but
I don't want my heart to explode because I just get so angry or so stressed out because there's so much work to do.
I
So
mean, I'm sure the stress from work has a factor in it, but I mean, like I said, there's a lot of variables that will play
mhm.
into that. I mean, maybe she's just not on top of the stress with work. Maybe she's not doing anything to help alleviate that stress, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
That's what I'm saying.
it
Like, 'cause
could
there's
be
all,
diet and lack of exercise or just lack of any type of activity. It's important that we kind of like do something to get our heart rate up a little bit just to work our
yes.
cardiovascular system, you know. but hope your friend turns out okay.
Yeah, no, she came back to work. She took like 2 weeks off, and that was it. She came back. So
Mm.
I mean, almost thank God because her apparently like I'm not gonna talk on this. Forget
It's
it.
fine. We don't have to get into her shit.
No,
No, it's,
because it's like I don't want to say too much. It's just
no,
that
it's fine.
she's one. Like nobody knows how to do her job. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Nobody knows how to do her job, and when I mean nobody, I mean nobody. So by the grace of God, she decided to come back and like teach us and school us on how her job is done. I'm like, oh, thank
Oh, I
God.
see.
That's like, I'm sorry you had to come back. Thank you for coming back. Take care of yourself.
Yeah,
So
it's
the
true. I mean, I just feel like, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, yeah, I mean, I feel like even more so now, I've been pushing, like, really trying to advocate just overall health and like not even, I mean, like you don't have like I always feel like when I bring up health and fitness, people
uh,
expect that they gotta like, lift weights like I do and stuff. Like not at all. I mean, you can just do body weight stuff or like, it doesn't even have to be that extreme. You just gotta, you just
get on
gotta just
treadmill.
work your body somehow. Just
Yeah,
somehow.
treadmill.
Especially
Stairs.
yeah, exactly. Especially and like I mean I'm really pushing it towards as of late like artists because
Hmm.
many of us if not all of us are most of the time in sedentary positions just working on our art and
Yeah.
I'm sure we all we because we might be hyper focused that we don't take the time or just like a moment to stretch and do all the things to get the blood flow and stuff. So yeah, I've been like really
Yeah.
pushing. I'm actually starting, it's in slow development, but I'm in talks with a couple of people and we're gonna start a club for artists to it's basically like an accountability club but it's for artists and creatives but it's just like to help us just kind of like stay conditioned and try to get a little bit healthier because we're so dedicated to our craft that we neglect our health sometimes. So
Hmm.
we're starting this club to promote uh health and exercise,
Right.
even like short like 5-minute exercises. So it's in the works. I kind of like gave a little heads up in on the social medias. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if that ever piques your interest in the future, you're always welcome to it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sure I'll
okay,
have
cool.
yeah. And it's just like nothing it's nothing crazy. Like I'm just trying to create a small community for and like it's like people that want to whether it's like actually get in shape or they just want to have someone to keep them accountable to like hey once in a while hey like get up and walk and just you know get moving a
Right.
little bit. So
Mm. Take
yeah,
some advice, maybe talk a little, talk
yeah.
about your feels and how you may have to make those struggle meals.
Well, yeah, for sure. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to create, like like let's say like a Facebook group so that we can use it as a forum
Oh.
to share. In like if someone's struggling with something because of their work schedule or because
Mhm.
they got kids, there'll be somebody besides me to like put their 2 cents and be like, hey, like maybe this might help. Try this because it helped me. Stuff like that. Um,
Yeah.
so we'll hopefully we'll see. It's in development right now, but
Nice.
so yeah,
There
I
you
mean, if
go.
you're interested, I'd be more than happy to send you the bat signal.
Oh, okay. Sure. I mean, I'll check it out. Who knows?
Yeah,
'Cause I'm also in a VH group.
what's that?
VH, video cassettes.
Oh,
Yeah, VHS.
yeah, of course, yeah. So you're still
I don't know.
into your vintage stuff?
Oh yeah, collecting. I'm not collecting. Well, I don't have room for it, so I
Yeah.
decided to stop collecting last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything,
Um,
I'm trying to get rid of some stuff. I
like
haven't bought
selling it?
anything new. Yeah, selling it or just donating it. I try not to
Yeah.
donate the good stuff, but some stuff I deem that like it's not even worth my time. I'll just like whatever. Have fun,
Yeah.
kids.
Right. Now, how's business going with the with the art and all that and like the consignment shops and whatnot?
Oh, they're still good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I just been slacking, so every time I don't give them enough inventory, I could see it in the pay. I'm like, shit. It's like, yeah, I gotta. All of my stuff is out. I gotta like restock, right? This week, hopefully, I can restock. Um, and then send them out a package, and then I could get a proper wage.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rough. It's rough. Consignment shop is rough.
Yeah.
Sorry, this thing is like falling on my ear.
Oh, it's falling out of your ear.
Yeah, I can feel it falling.
What happened to your cat ears
Oh, I
headphones?
still got it. Yeah, but now I use them. No, I use them for like my TV. So like sometimes when I'm at my studio. So when I'm at my studio, there's like a fan going on, and kind of like a big loud place. So I use those for my TV. I hooked up a thingy so the sound can go to the headphones and then I can hear TV without disturbing other people.
That's
But
smart.
then I would turn
That's
it,
considerate.
yeah, yeah, I would have to turn up the volume super loud because everything is so loud and I can't hear nothing. But
Uh,
and then yeah, and then I my friend needed some rent money, and she sold me these bows. These are Bose. These are like super fancy, and yeah, they're just like they're proper noise canceling headsets. So I was like, okay, let me try these. I was
okay.
like, here we go. Yep, upgraded, sophisticated.
Yeah. Mm.
How about you?
Yeah.
It looks like you're doing really well with your hustling. You
I
still
mean,
doing the
yeah. I mean, all
with
things
the
considered, yeah, the last couple months I've been pretty good. Just yeah, I've been just trying to book every weekend I can with events. It's pretty much that's my income is
right, no, totally.
yeah, but I'm probably gonna end up getting I don't know, some bullshit part-time job just to help with like other expenses. Because like the when I do the events, I'm fortunate enough to make enough money to, make my expenses back and get some profit. But just like the
Mm,
other, just like the bills and stuff and like my subscriptions, like I
no,
need
totally. Yeah,
and my medicine, I need money to cover that stuff. So
yeah, totally.
yeah,
Hmm.
and also in like car payments too. Like, I mean, the nice thing about, I guess one of the nice things about like running an LLC is that you can sort of like write off like your car and like
Right.
home office as part of the business. So
Really?
I mean that's nice, but even still, like, yeah, I mean, so all things considered, business has been pretty good. I'm still trying to find like where I can thrive in terms of markets because it's super saturated here
Is
with
it really? Wow.
markets. Yeah, and it's just like um that and like like the art community is great, but
Hmm.
I feel like collectively like the community they do I don't know, I do feel like they favor like crafters or as they call themselves makers. Um,
Yeah.
I feel like they tend to do better than like a visual artist or a fine artist would. So
Mm.
I've been just and I've been fortunate to find a market that's been accepting my applications every time I submit. But yeah,
Really nice.
for a while, like the past couple of years, it was kind of a bit of a struggle to get my foot in the door on some of the markets. But
I can imagine. Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, so like now I just have to be like um not strategic, but like now I know which markets I want to be a part of because there's a lot of them that fucking
Oh, really?
that they have like political themes and fucking bullshit like that. Like I
Oh,
hate that.
damn.
Like, I just want like markets to just promote, like, just try to sell art and whatever it is. Don't make it like because there's some
I can only
organizers
imagine.
will have like you know black owned like black vendors only or like
Oh.
there's one that's like you have to be you got to be a feminist to apply and shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like
Oh no, because they want to get, I don't know. They sorry, they're not more inclusive, I guess. I don't know,
like I understand you want to bring opportunity to like these other communities, but I feel like when you do stuff like that, you're still
uh
creating a divide, at least
yeah.
just for me, because like, maybe just because I'm still, like I'm a transport, like I'm still kind of new-ish here, and I might just not get it, in terms of like how sort of rigid a lot of people's ideologies are here. Like that's if I have a struggle, it's just how many people have strict and rigid ideologies because like I don't care like what you support like whatever but
Right.
don't impose it on us. That's like a huge pet peeve of mine. Like,
Right.
I'm not a homophobe, I'm not this or that. It's just like don't like I just want to share and sell my art and that's it, just like any
Oh.
other person would. But it's fine. Like I said, I found the spots that I thrive in. So um but again, it's pretty saturated because there are like five markets that happen on the same day. So it's very competitive.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's super competitive. So I don't know if Jersey's gotten like that since, reopening from COVID, but yeah, and like
Um,
just there are just more people that keep starting
right.
markets and it's like, ah, God, another one.
Another one.
Like it's not even
Um,
just Saturdays anymore. Sometimes there's like Sunday ones and there's like midweek
okay.
ones. There's so many.
Midweek. Yeah, now's the time. Yeah. Where was I? Asbury? Yeah, Asbury had like a vegan fest, and before that they had like another little like I guess organic sport farmers market, which honestly wasn't that good, but whatever. Like the
Why
only
was
best part about it, the best part about it was I got mushrooms like for food,
it? Mm,
So I cooked it up in a soup. That was the only good part. Everything else was like, ew. Coffee was oof. The empanadas were oof. Like, oof.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. How
Like
you?
I was like, well, they're not. They're Dominican, not What are they Dominican? They were like on the edge of Dominican and Colombian type of empanadas. Yeah, empanadas. That's what it was. Empanadas were oof.
Uh, but they're
I
trying to be
appreciate
like
it.
veggie friendly, vegan friendly,
I think so.
or they're just
What was
vegan
it?
based. I mean, there's a lot of
I think
them.
so. I don't know. Now I gotta remember 'cause I don't remember. Uh, it was no, because she had like pineapple buffalo, so she did.
Mm.
It's like you thought it was gonna be good, but it's like no, the pineapple ruins it. Forget it. 'Cause I thought the barbecue would like and the pineapple would kind of mush together and it'd be okay, but
Hmm.
you
I don't
know.
know. Like with veganism, it's like, look, if you're not gonna eat meat, that's fine. Just stick with vegetables. You can get protein from other sources. Like don't fuck with the soy shit. That shit fucks with
Yeah.
your hormones and all that shit.
Yeah, and then sometimes you got to supplement you got to supplement the eggs, so they'll either add in more sugar or something else, and
Yeah.
that does not work with my stomach good. So,
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't realize like how damaging like this whole vegan movement can be for like the ecosystem. Like, like yeah, I mean, you're
yeah,
not killing animals and stuff. That's great, but like think about the shit that happens to your crops now because, just with all the like
like
shit
cow
like
park,
the yeah, like the
uh,
stuff they spray on the crops to preserve them and all
all
this
that.
shit.
Well, if they
It's
just didn't do that, would be fine.
yeah,
If
but
they just no, there's definitely a solution to that one, and that one like makes my eyes roll while they just don't do it. And you can literally do anything. You can have garlic water, sprinkle it on. It'll keep some pests away. You can what else? Yeah. You know what? Hold on. And then what do I spray? Sometimes I'll do soapy water.
Hmm.
That, that'll keep the critters away.
Yeah. But I think
There's a
also
lot of
like, I mean, I don't know. I
mm,
really can't speak too much on it, but I know there are like a bunch of shit that happens to the crops that's like not great for the overall environment too. So
yeah, and
people
then
that
there's hybrids. And then the hybrids. Oof,
yeah.
hybrids. No,
Yeah.
no, I don't mind veganism. That's not the problem. It's just like when
Yeah, how you gonna fuck up empanadas, man?
that's what I'm saying. It's just like that feeling was just like sadness.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you tried. I was like, no, no bueno. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with veganism. It's just I don't know. They just don't make the smart choices. I don't know. It's like there's so many spices. Why are you making the wrong choices? You know, like
Just who
like
knows?
get some vanilla extract and then get some like sugar cane. Like boom, there you go. That's vegan, right? Sugar cane's vegan.
Yeah, but then you don't want to have too much sugar. Like,
Yeah,
a
but
lot of people, I had a friend that
mm,
would argue they were like, oh, like Oreos. Oreos are vegan. It's like, yeah, but fucking eat enough of them, you can have diabetes. So like just
yeah,
because
yeah,
something
yeah,
is
yeah.
vegan doesn't mean you shouldn't moderate. Like you still gotta moderate somehow.
Yeah, but and you still gotta check it because if it's a high fructose corn syrup, it's like no, that's I
Yeah.
mean no, you don't know how long that's going to take to degrade in your body. I don't
Yeah.
know, digest. And then also you can't eat Oreos because they're destroying the rainforest to make room for the palm oil. So the orangutans are being displaced.
Oh, jeez.
So don't
Okay.
eat Oreos, kids, or else you're killing an orangutan.
Damn.
I know, and the sadness is, oh man, the mega sadness is that they use palm oil in almost all of our cookies. Any cookie you see got palm oil in it, and chances are they're not, keeping it local. They're like destroying rainforests to get these
Right.
damn plants. So it's just like, what are you gonna do?
Hey, I mean, I always just say, just make it
Make
homemade.
it,
Like you're saying,
make it cookies here.
you stopped eating fast food, which is great. But I mean, you
But
can
yeah,
still like enjoy a burger. Just make it, just as long as it's homemade,
yes,
because you know what's going into it. No preservatives,
yes,
no nothing. It's not processed.
yes.
So
And
yeah,
spend it and spend a little money and spend a little more money if you can and get the good stuff because she's like, come on,
yeah,
you only live once and you got to make sure that cow was like named Mary and she got to moo all day, moo moo moo. They should have her chopped
I
off.
mean, sure,
And became burgers.
if you want to get grass fed, go ahead, get grass fed. But
I like
um,
yeah.
that's fine. I don't know.
It's rough. No.
I don't get into this whole shit.
What? Oh, environmentals. I mean, I worry about the environment. If it's hot,
I worry
it's
about
so
society, man. That's where my mind has been stuck on. As they
yeah,
say,
yeah, totally.
it's a clown world. But
Yeah.
yeah, I noticed I think
Mhm.
when we did the bitch fest, you mentioned that you're like making dolls. And I've been seeing that you've been making these
Oh
dolls
yes.
now. So like I forget, like what encouraged you to get into that? Like what encouraged you to start making dolls in addition to like all the other stuff you're making?
Well, I've always liked dolls, but I got back. If anything, I got back into it because the shop I consigned for was asking if anybody made toys, and I'm like, okay, well, technically these are toys that I just made. I've always liked dolls. I've always been obsessed with dolls, making them. I just kind of like drawing characters or something. It's kind of like that.
And how
Instead of drawing the character, I'm making the character.
and they've been selling. People are digging them.
Yeah, they dig them. Like I'm really surprised. I think I sold like seven already. So I was like, huh. No, because I was like the last, let me see, some of those dolls I made were maybe about 5 years old. I don't know if that matters. Well, it doesn't really matter because it's not like the fabric is going to degrade. I put them in a box, I wrapped them up and might have been like 5 years ago. I was like, okay, I'm going to put you away for now. I mean, I love you, but if nobody's buying them, because, It's not that I was making them to sell, but it's like they had to be sold because I'm gonna run out of room.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
You know?
Mm, nice.
Yeah. So I was like
Yeah.
really stoked. Yeah, I just kept them. I keep a lot of my dolls. I try to keep at least one sample of that era, and then move on. Because sometimes I don't like. Sometimes I fall out of love with a certain pattern, and I move on.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Yeah.
I saw that you
Yeah.
I saw your post earlier. Like I get, you're a little you said before too, you slacking off a bit, playing some video games. What shit you been playing lately?
Nothing special. Just like I've been getting them mad cheap because as soon as Nintendo says, "Oh, hey, by the way, one of these games like got on sale," I'm like, "Ooh, really? Word? How much? $7? Ooh, it's a 2 hour play. Okay, forget it. I'll buy it. Give me
Oh,
bye."
what kind of games
Yeah.
though? Like, are we talking like retro video games? Because that's been my kick lately.
Oh, has it been? No. You know what I really dig is exploratory. Like I just finished Hob, which is like literally about, oh my God, it's so cute, but also like the adrenaline gets you because sometimes, so Hob is just like this cute robot who has to save this. I mean, you don't know it at the time because there's no word or anything or nothing. They just point a lot or whatever. So you're on an alien world and this little robot gets revived by another robot. And you can kind of tell like they just wanted to reawaken the planet because some sort of blight is on this planet and all these crazy grotesque nightmare creatures are like roaming around. So you got to battle those guys. And the inhabitants are pretty much asleep. So you have to get rid of the blight and like save the inhabitants. And it's exploratory. So it's just like, there's like the huge environment and everything.
Oh,
And
like open world?
uh, yes, open world. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just like this nice little alien world. And it's like, yeah, that's what I like so far. Yeah. Other than
Okay.
RPGs, yeah, action
Okay.
RPGs, like Final Fantasy,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, and sometimes I feel like exploratory, and sometimes I like Sudoku
Well, what system?
or the Switch.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Eh,
Mm.
Yeah, I broke down and got a Switchy.
I've been
Oh, go
what's
on.
that?
I was
I
gonna say
was
the only reason why I bought it was because there was a bunch of games I really wanted to play, and they started remaking them and putting them on the Switch.
well, yeah, I mean, I think that's yeah, I think a lot of systems are doing that. Because I have a Xbox One and I yeah, I've been kind of like buying these collection like these game packages from like like I
Oh yeah.
Mega Man packages, so it's like the original Mega Man. It's like Mega Man Legends and Mega Man Legends 1, so it's like from Mega Man 1 to 10, and then
Dang.
yeah, and then I got the Cowabunga collections and Ninja
Oh,
Turtles. So it's got
mhm.
like all of the games from like the you know Game Boy, Nintendo, Sega, like all the systems. So yeah, I've been going through like this retro video game run for a bit now. I mean I
Yeah.
don't I wish I'd played more. Like I
Hmm.
haven't been playing as much as I'd like to, but yeah, like when I do have the chance, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try to just trying to like live a little like regain a bit of my childhood because I missed out like being the youngest out of my siblings. I never owned
Right.
my own like Super Nintendo or anything. Like my first game system was a N64, but there
Oh,
weren't
really?
any big games for that. I mean they had some, but like I never got to, people, the original Zelda, you know,
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
like I never got to play the original Zelda, so I never like was on board, with that. So I'm like, all right, so when I saw that they had Mega Man, I was like, all right, I gotta get that shit and try to play that shit. And that shit's hard, man. These retro games are unforgiving.
oh my
Swear.
God, that sounds like I couldn't deal with it. Like I'm trying to think, what was a game I liked that I think I beat? It's like, no, I don't think so. I've
Yeah.
never beaten anyone. Like I was a fan. Actually, I did play Ninja Gaiden, and then I replayed it. I was like, dang man, this one this was a little bit easier. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I saw that up there too. Like, cause there's like I said, like in on the store. on Xbox One, they got like all sorts of game packages. So they'll have like a collection for all sorts of like beat 'em up games. So it's like Streets of
Oh yeah.
Rage and like all those side scroller games. And
Mhm.
like I even got like this like Disney one. It's got 4 games in it. It's got DuckTales 1 and 2 from the original
Ooh.
Nintendo. It's got Darkwing
Yeah.
Duck and then Tailspin. And I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
and I'm like, fuck, man, I want to play, but they're so hard.
It's so hard. I don't know how anybody. I don't know how the video game industry survived when these games are so friggin' hard. I don't know how.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. When I was playing Mega Man 1, I was trying to figure out how to beat this one boss, and I had to go on Google and just like look up
Tell
like
me about it. Yeah.
which power do I need which power do I need to use to beat like Cutman or whoever, and I gotta figure out how to beat these bosses. I had to like fucking look it up. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's just funny thinking back like that. Um, but yeah, I mean, other than that, like how's life? I mean, aside from
Oh,
hustling and bustling, you just
that's on both. No, I'm living it. I don't know. That
yeah.
was about it. It's only me. Like, there's nothing else to speak of. Because it's just like, because I got done with everybody. I just got done. I
Yeah.
got done, man. 'Cause it's like I can't wait. I just don't want to waste any time. 'Cause it's like what I'm making and I go out.
Mm.
I go out to QXT, New Jersey's number one and only goth club.
Okay. Yeah, I've only been there once as
Oh, have
a
you? What?
I mean, it was like for it
Halloween.
was a Halloween party slash art show, but I think
Was it?
pretty sure I was like the only vendor there, and
Right.
fucking no one wanted to do. I mean, some people would look at my stuff, and
Mhm.
back then too, I didn't have a lot. Like I trying to think. I think I was just doing the zombified work. So, I just had like my portfolio of zombies, and like people were looking at it and they thought it was cool, but I mean, people, no one was there to fucking buy art. So I remember I stood there for like, I don't even know how long. I didn't stay for the whole thing because I'm like, at this point, like, I'm not gonna make money. People are just there to drink, and they had the costume contest, which was cool. Like it was just cool to be there and see some stuff. But then I was like, I'm not gonna make money here, so I left. But but
Yeah,
yeah, that
I'll
was
never
like the only
understand why
time
they
I
do
was
that.
there.
Yeah, I'll never understand why they do that. Like, have the club part, but then the vendors are like totally ignored because they got a show or dancing going on. I thought that was so ridiculous. But
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like I don't even know if like they like promoted it like that. Like they probably just like focused on the actual event, like the party, but that
yeah,
probably very minimal mention of an artist being there with some artwork to sell.
yeah, I'll never understand that. Yeah, I mean they're trying to change it up. They got some new people that are
Oh yeah, I mean, hey,
they're doing
I'm not trying to trash. I'm just saying, like when I
what?
did go, it
No,
was
no, but that's your opinion, and it's like that's the truth. I mean, it's not an opinion, but it's just like that is the truth. That sometimes they don't promote well, or they pick a day that's really dumb. And it's like you shouldn't try to avoid days that, especially the Prudential. Oh, that's how I plan my schedule. It's like, what's at the Prudential? Is it like the freaking Devils game or some musician I haven't seen? Because parking will get outrageous.
oh yeah,
So,
I can only imagine.
I plan my days around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and sometimes
One time
UFC
we
is
had to
over
go
there
like,
too. Sometimes they got the
yeah,
UFC
yeah,
fights
yeah.
there.
They do. Yeah, it was really annoying because they still had it. The event was it wasn't UFC. It was wrestling. I think it was just
Uh-huh.
schools wrestling, and they upcharged 25 bucks, and I'm like, really for
Mm.
wrestling? This event has been over for like about 5 hours right now.
Oh,
Because
shit.
it was in the morning. It was about 3 hours. It was around noon. It's like it was like 9 o'clock. It's like, why are you still charging this price?
Oh wow.
I was like, forget it. There was no parking. Yeah, around that spot, there's like never any parking. So,
Mm.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't want to park in schedule areas, you know. There's always somebody doing something weird in Newark. Somebody doing something weird.
That was the
Like,
thing I was nervous about when I did go to QXT was like,
yeah.
it's Newark. So I'm like, oh man, I hope like no. I mean, not that my car was nice, but I'm like, I hope nothing happens to my car. Like, I hope it doesn't get towed, and I hope no one decides to just smash my windows for whatever reason. Like, I was so
No,
nervous leaving my,
uh, no,
but
that's a legit fear. I mean,
yeah,
that's a genuine, legit fear. Because
yeah,
you never know if somebody's gonna have a bad day and decide to take it on your stuff.
yeah. I mean,
But
and we're talking about Newark here. Like it's
yeah,
got it's
Newark is
got
full of
its
kooks.
it's got its area questionable areas, but
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, as long as there's a light on, you're fine.
so,
Just
so
stay
now
in,
that
yeah.
so now that weed's like legal over there, does like the
Mm,
streets smell like weed now?
That's such a, I don't think so. Actually, wait, when's the last time I've been in Newark? Oof. Yeah, my family was visiting and we were visiting family for like about past like 3 weeks. So I haven't been to Newark in a while, but wait, how long has it been legal? I think you know
Oh
what
wow.
you know what? No. The answer is no. I think it's been because weed has been legal in the state of New Jersey for I think about 3 years. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but it's been a while.
Well, I know that medicinally, yeah, it's been a couple of years, but I think right now,
Mhm.
like, because if it's recreationally now,
Yeah,
I don't know. I hear
recreational.
like because like New York, right? It's legal,
Mhm.
so I keep hearing like how like you can just smell it on the streets, and no one's shy
Okay.
about it.
Shoot, I wish it would probably be smelling better than the cigarette smell I keep smelling. Ugh. Oh, that's right. Yeah, one time I had to drop off a painting because I forgot the pickup. So I had to go into New York and I was like, ugh. Because the offices was like around 42nd Street. And then you get to what was it? Let me see if it was on 7th. I was like, I had to go to 8th and Ninth Avenue.
Yeah.
And it just smelled like cigarettes. People were just chain smoking outside these damn hotels.
Oh
I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and on
Mhm.
top of that, it was super hot. It was like winter still and it's hot as hell.
Oh
So
shit.
same. Yeah, New York.
Mm-mm-mm.
They yeah, they got their own little terrible ecosystem there that is like, no, I'm good. I don't want to get drowned or suffocated by smoke. Yeah,
Well, no
if
one
if
does. Like that shit's yeah. I
yeah, if
mean,
the tunnels flood, you die. The cabin, you train floods and then you die. I was
yeah.
like,
If
that's a
you're if you're
possibility.
yeah, if you're stuck in it, if you're stuck in those tunnels and it floods, you're
Ugh.
fucked. Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
what a nightmare. And
Yeah.
then, you gotta worry about getting splashed. Oh, God, New York. But if you want to see a Broadway play, I highly recommend it. It's like, yeah, no, it's okay. The slashers is still gonna be waiting for you out there. It's okay. And those wannabe characters, oof, what a nightmare. I'm glad they sectioned them off because they were such menaces. You know what I'm
What?
talking about?
No. What are you talking about?
So in Times Square, they have people who are literally dressed up as characters, like Elmo or
Oh,
something or Mickey
like
Mouse.
oh,
And you have
I
to, and
thought
you
you were
take a
talking about like
picture.
cosplay.
I mean, technically it is a cosplay,
Okay.
but they're there to make money because they want you to take pictures with them and then give them money.
Oh, I see. I see. For
Sometimes they
like
get a little
tours.
excessive. Yes. Yeah, it's like a tourist trap. Yeah,
Mm.
definitely a tourist trap because it's like if you show any niceness or if they say, "Hey, do you want me to help you out with something?" Be like, "No," because then later he's gonna have his hand out, and I'm
Uh,
like, "Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to pay for that. You
uh,
offered."
oh, that's how they get
That's
you.
like, oh, yo, that's like the I don't know if anybody like ever had this happen to them. You know how people with like I don't say this is true with people with disabilities, but people would pretend to have disabilities, have writing on a card, and then give it to you, and you're supposed to pay them for that card because they were
I've
deaf.
yeah, I've seen that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, where are those guys at now?
I think like on the bus or something, and there'll be like people like hand you like a business card that says like, hey, I'm yeah, like I'm blind, like I'm deaf, or yeah, they're handicapped in some way, and it's like
Yeah.
you try to like donate or whatever. I'm just like, I don't know.
I was like,
I don't
I was
know,
like,
my
and you want the
friend.
card back? I was like, he wants a card back. I was like, why'd you give it to me? And then walk out. I mean, I think I've seen that too. They'll walk around, give out the card, and I'm like, am I supposed to keep this? Like, and then he comes back and he's like, oh, money or car? Money. I was like, what? I was like, you gotta state that beforehand. Here, take this thing back. Good Lord.
Can't fall for it.
That's
Can't fall
wild.
for that shit. Which is
Yeah.
sad because then it's like, it makes like the people that with the real problems, it's like you can't trust them either because you
Yeah.
just don't know any better. Yeah, it's a
Yep. Everybody's got problems and it's like that's not right. I mean, like I said, I don't know if they were really handicapped, but it's just like
don't
I
want to
just
take that
remember that
chance.
because
Yeah, you
not
don't
even
want to take that
that, but it's
chance,
just
man.
like when we'll take a chance in like then getting all your money, not some of your money, but like all your money. Because people always say, "Oh, everything's a scam, scam." It's like, well, how do you spot the scam, man? God.
Mm.
Like the Nigerian prince thing. Did you ever see that story about how this guy was like, "Oh, hey, do you really need some help?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, I totally need some help. Okay, I'll make an art book, and then whatever it sells, you get the money." And then the guy gave the guy the money.
Damn.
I don't know. It was like an email chain or something of somebody who needed
Uh,
help.
oh, geez. Yeah. Oh, God. Don't even get me started.
Yeah,
I,
I'm a
I like,
Nigerian prince.
I mean, I
I'm a
never
Nigerian
had to do,
prince.
never had come across that, but I mean, just like scammers online, I freaking deal with them shits quite often. I got people like, "Do you do commissions?" And like it's funny because like because it's happened to me enough times where I can identify when it's like a legit scam because it's like there's like a script they follow, and there
Uh-huh.
was one time someone was trying to commission something, and I was just the way they were writing, like it was like it was like broken English. So I'm like, all right, this is kind of a red flag already. And also just like the way they were like not requesting, but when they were trying to tell me what they wanted for the commission, like it was like I said, it was like a script. Like I've seen it before. So I'm like,
Really?
I was like, are you a bot? And then they try to convince me they're not a bot. Obviously you go on their profile, they got like no followers or whatever, and
Uh,
no posts or anything. So I it got to the point where I was like, send me a photo of yourself so I can confirm that you are the person in your profile picture. Because at this time it was like, in the picture it was a woman. And it was a picture of a veteran too. Like it was like the woman had like camo on. So I'm like, yeah,
right.
it's like send me a picture so I can confirm that like you are the person in the picture. And then I forget
That's
what they
wild.
said. They didn't send me the picture, and I was just like, being firm about it. I'm like, well, I need to know I can trust you. And I think I even asked for like a voice message. It got to the point where I asked for a voice message so I can at least like if you're like, you're a female at
Yeah.
least, are you a human? And the fucking they actually so like it's actually funny because they did send me a voice message, but it was a fucking dude with like a thick fucking accent. I don't know what accent it was, but I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, what kind of bullshit is this, yo? And then I just like,
Yeah, comrade G, comrade G. Please send.
well, no, like,
Please
no, I mean,
send.
I wouldn't even say Rut. It sounded honestly, it sounded like they were like Haitian or something. They had like a certain. I mean, come on, I don't want to sound racist, but like you could tell when you hear
Wait,
like
no,
a black man's
a little
voice with
French, I
some
guess.
bass in it.
Uh,
It didn't sound like a Russian dude, like at least the accent.
uh,
But I was just like, nah, this is clearly not Amanda. I was like, it's a man, but not Amanda. Like, what the fuck? It was crazy. But like this shit like happens pretty frequent, man. I'm like so tired of this shit. But
it's
so
weird.
so
Yeah, I don't answer anything.
And
Oh,
like
these people
emails
just get
too.
weird.
I get
Huh?
emails too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I don't yeah, I don't I mean I know like when we did the bitch fest with Jenna, I know she told me,
Mhm.
she talked about how like it'd be like Middle Eastern guys like trying to like, get her, but I'm just like, yeah, it's wild. But I think that's the
Okay.
least of our worries now because we got the AI shit going down. That shit's
That yeah. It's like, I don't know.
yeah.
Well, then don't give them guns unless you want to give them guns. And then it's just like, oh boy.
What AI?
AI rights to guns. Yeah, AI
Oh,
rights to guns.
well,
Listen, as long as you don't give.
I just did a real heavy episode on AI stuff, and
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember you were talking about it. I did
AI
see
with
that.
AI with guns is the least of our worries. It's like there's like
It
other
really
shit
is.
I'm worried about. It's wild. But yeah, I don't know. Like how do you feel about generative AI? Like in terms of even just creatively, like, AI art, music, literature, stuff like that.
I don't know. It kind of doesn't bother me. Sometimes I get a kick out of it because it's like sometimes I come up with good stuff, but
What
it's not going to make it.
what about the impact on society then?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, what could it possibly do that we're not doing to ourselves?
It can exacerbate it, that's for sure.
Exacerbate? I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like think about it, like, misinformation because of like all the data it gets, like it can like mix match like data and create
Yeah.
misinformation that way. I mean, there's
I mean,
so
that's
much
true.
shit.
But
Like
yeah, but
it's even affecting like the medical industry too, because like,
yeah.
well, yeah, because like, sure, like shit can happen. Like imagine like another viral outbreak, but only because of the influence of AI, like there's yeah.
Well, it's a possibility. I'm just saying, but we could always cross that bridge when we get to it. But it's like,
That bridge
I don't
is
know.
getting built
What's,
real quick though.
yeah. Well, then I guess you got to implement some stuff on AI. I mean, I have no idea. I
Yeah.
guess, no, well, I guess that's the thing. They are trying to make up regulations on AI, just like genetic testing. I mean, not testing, but, what is it, cloning or whatever, baby
Right.
making. So check this out. So scientists can already manipulate our genes and shit.
Yeah.
So if they felt like it, like I could have totally had green eyes, I could have been made darker. Like, what year? I don't know, I forgot. But they can do it right now. They can do it right now, but they put in laws and say, like, no, no, no. You should only mess around with the genes that are like life threatening, like the
Yeah.
genetic life threatening diseases that, what makes a kid like a little kid turn old, do a Benjamin Button,
Yeah.
So it's like that's the only type of genes you should be fiddling with, not everything else. Like not how somebody thinks, not how somebody looks.
Right, right. Well, with
Like,
one how one thinks, I mean that can be just influence of like out like everything else, like just the
mhm.
world. I don't know. I just I am concerned for with AI, like generative AI create like
Mm.
art because like we create art. So like
Yeah, but it's also like NFT. It's almost like NFTs to me. It's like, yeah, sure, NFT, but it's like if you want a sculpture or a toy, it's like that's not an NFT, man. You want that physical thing.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, but let's say visual art, like,
Yeah.
you know, I I'm a little concerned about it because yeah, people want, they want instant gratification. So,
Sure.
like I had this kid come up to me
Yeah.
festival. He was looking at my work and he's like a writer. I don't know how he was super young, but like he was like trying to find an artist to work to collaborate with. And, like who knows, like this kid could be using, like with AI literature. He showed me like some concept art for like his main character, and he used
Yeah.
AI art for that. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
like you're too young to understand what's wrong with this. But I don't know. Just because I've been reading all these articles, I'm like, yeah, just like all the there's a lot of concern with like privacy data because there's all this like internet they call it data scraping. So
Sure.
just all the data that AI is gathering from the internet. Like there's like this book publisher that's getting sued because they used AI art for their book cover, and there's like a case where like even some of the AI art, funny enough, like because of what it generated happened to have like a signature from one of the original data pieces, because again, it's just, the product is made out of like, trillions of data. And it's funny enough, like one of them had the original artist's signature on it, and they incorporated it into this final product. And it's just like, like it could be my piece, it could be one of your pieces, like whatever, like the chance,
Right.
infinite. But yeah, I just worry about like the regulations and stuff. Like I know there are people working out there that are creating these like fail safes for stuff like
Hmm.
for that. But again, that's just, I worry about the people, like the impact on people, because people do stupid shit. So just imagine the stupid shit they can do with having AI in their hands. So I'm just concerned about that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like
I'm
imagine
not gonna lie.
over here, let me create a scenario. Imagine like, someone you care about calls you and they need help, they need money or
Yeah.
something. And then
Uh-huh.
you come to find out that voice was not even a real person. It was AI the whole time. Like, because
Yeah.
that shit happens all the time. Like, there are parents that claim that
Yeah.
they'll get these phone calls from their, supposedly their children, and then, they're asking for money. So they'll send money to wherever they link it to. And then they find
Yeah.
out like that was a fake, that wasn't even a real person. That was AI. Like I worry shit about that. I mean, especially because like I
Mm.
have a bunch of friends that have kids now. So it's like, their kids are gonna have to
Yeah.
like grow up with this shit. I mean, we are too, but hopefully I'm dead before like the real shit hits
Jeez.
the fan.
The AI uprising is what you're trying to say.
Well, like it's like, yeah, essentially, yeah. Because it's happening. It's already happening. People are getting fake phone calls from AI.
Yeah.
You
They
got the fake Drake song that was created by AI. You got
nice.
the Joe Rogan podcast with Steve Jobs that was created by AI.
I heard
There's
about
a
that. Yeah.
there was
Yeah. And
they
John
had
Lennon. Can't wait for John Lennon to hear John Lennon again.
they got the Tom Brady doing comedy with AI. Like it's
Nice.
wild. Like I
I'm not
just
gonna lie. I don't know. I'm excited. I don't know. They could probably come up with something better than humans. It's like, you know what? Like, what do you want? Like, what do you want?
yeah.
It's like you're programming the thing, so that's why it happened. You know?
Yeah.
And
I
it's just like, and I don't know. It's like sometimes I think it's interesting. Like I understand what you're saying, and it's like, yeah, yeah. It's like it could take over and manipulate us and everything. But it's just like the way I see it, it's just like, what's the difference from a human? Because it's still a human has to feed it information. You know, it's
well
not gonna
no,
go
it
off on.
doesn't.
I mean,
It
unless
doesn't
it goes
have
off on
to.
its own.
Yeah.
Unless
That's
it
the
becomes
thing.
like,
It can get real close to the point where like AI just communicates with other AI and just gets information that way. It won't need us for information.
okay, and then it can go off into outer space and be V'ger,
Yeah.
like in Star Trek, the motion picture. You ever seen that?
Which one?
No. Star Trek, the motion picture. It's like the first
I'm
Star
not a
Trek movie.
Trekkie. I'm not a Trekkie.
Oh, okay. Okay, well,
Very
I
wrong
love
guess.
that movie. Yeah, no, it's a terrible. It's like one of the worst ones, but
Well,
it has
I
a
mean,
really great
I
soundtrack.
know
That's
about
why I
the
like
Star
it.
Trek movies. I never watched it. You're talking to the
Yeah,
wrong
no, totally.
Toronto.
That
My
why?
brother,
Does
my
one of
brother's
your
a,
brothers like
yeah, my brother's a Trekkie.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, real quick, in the motion picture, it was literally like one of the space capsules. They sent it into space. It was called Voyager. It got lost in space and met with like a sentient machine place, and then they sent got into the Delta Quadrant or whatever, and then they sent it back. And as it was going through, it was collecting, and it became like this big giant entity that was like, who's creator? Is this all there is? Is
Hmm.
this all there is? And we get it accumulated so much knowledge that it's just like, well, what's more? Yeah, beyond the spiritual level.
Oh yeah, we'll
Gotta look
definitely
at
be
it.
dead before it gets to that point.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because it took them like 300 years or something for it to come back to.
Yeah.
Oh, am I getting low on batteries? Hold on, I gotta
Are
plug
you?
up now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
no.
no. Okay, well that's good. It's been an hour.
Yeah, it's
At
okay.
least an hour. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I didn't bring nothing else, so that's why it looks like
You're
I'm
you're
escaping.
is that your workspace that you're in?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a
Yeah,
lot
this is my
brighter than
studio.
like what I remember.
Oh, is
Like,
it? That was like my home studio, I guess. 'Cause, I gotta. This is the place where I go to, do my paintings, do my prints, let them dry, and then my home is for my sewing and paper crafts.
oh, okay, okay. That explains it.
Yep, it just grew. So yeah, and then also sometimes I like to escape here and take a nap.
Why
Yeah.
don't you just take a nap at home? Too loud?
Oh, no, sometimes I just want to get out of my house. I like getting out of my house. Coming down here, my Jaws studio, and just chilling. It's dead quiet,
Yeah, yeah.
and also it's brighter. It's just 'cause I need more light. I need brighter lights in my room, my room and downstairs. Because I'm like I live more towards the back of my house as
Okay.
opposed to the front, where there's more natural light. So
Mm.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we've been house hunting, so I'm like
Have
I'm
you? Wow.
ready to have a new office that actually has windows,
Oh, yeah.
natural lighting, because like all we have is a skylight in our living room and that's it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
It's
No,
cool,
it's
but
depressing.
it sucks because like I need that vitamin D, man.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And yeah, sometimes I just like coming here because I feel very productive.
Oh, for sure. I believe in that. Like there are sometimes I think about, maybe renting an art studio at this gallery
Oh,
uh
really?
and not that it's expensive, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, I just don't have the funds for it. But I do believe like yeah, it does help to not like, having a home office is it's convenient, but then sometimes it's just too convenient, get too comfortable because you're in your home. So
Yes.
as opposed to like actually have to go out to your actual workspace and get shit.
Hmm.
But you learn to adapt and make it work. So
Yeah, if you had a house, that'd be great. Because then,
yeah, our rent's just like our rent keeps going up. So we're just like, all right, we might as well try to get a house, you know.
yeah, get a house. Especially central air. Don't buy a house. Don't overpay a house that doesn't have central air. I cannot stand that. Because that's what houses in New Jersey. Oh, they're getting so ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
It's like a three-bedroom. Wait, I'm trying to remember this other one. It was a five-bedroom with one bath,
Ooh.
no central air, but they wanted like 500,000 for this place. I'm like, what?
Wait, where? In
It was in New Jersey. I forgot what part though. I
oh
don't remember what part. I was just
mm,
because I was just looking at housing, just because like I don't know. Maybe I'll just get my own house so I can have a big ass studio downstairs.
yeah. Get like a two-bedroom or something.
Yeah, yeah, even like a little bungalow or something like that. I
Mm,
wouldn't mind.
yeah. Well, like I don't know, like well, yeah, I don't even know what like a mortgage is like over there now, but
Ugh.
I'll
It's
tell you,
like
it's not as cheap over as it is over here.
yeah, so you shouldn't have no problems. You just gotta know what you want. Like, no, because it makes me sick that, if a house has been sitting dead for like 3 decades and then they still want like top dollar for it, that just makes me sick. Like, I
Yeah.
hate that. It's like this thing, it's like from the 70s, as people have lived in it until, right now, and they still never got central air.
Yeah,
I gotta
something
put in central
like
air.
that.
I gotta fix this shit now.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's probably it. It just though it costs mad money for parts and labor. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, luckily, a lot of the houses that we've been checking out have central air. I think it's
Good.
but most of it, like if anything, it's just like some houses need to get fixed up, like it's just cosmetics. But
Mm,
not enough inventory here, so that's been like that's been
yeah.
the hard part is just like there's not enough houses that are going for sale, and when they are, sometimes it's out of our budget, and or
Mm.
like when we do find one that's like comfortably in our budget, it gets, people bid on it and like take it away real quick. So it's like,
That's a bummer. I hate that. That's terrible. I think that's like the worst thing.
yeah. You know what I found out though here is
Oh,
that
wow.
they don't have to tell you, like, besides like when the house was built, but they don't have to tell you like any like negative, like if something went down in the house, like
Yeah,
they don't
murder.
tell you. Like I think I heard Nicole say, like over there in Jersey, like they have to tell you if there was like a murder or if someone died in the house. Over here, they don't
Yeah.
have to tell you that shit.
Yeah, you'll just find the maggots crawling into your food.
I'm
It's
well,
okay.
not even. I'm concerned about ghosts, man. Like, cause
Girl. Oh,
there
yeah.
was a couple of houses that we checked out that was like built in like the 30s and shit. And we're in the South, so I'm just like, we're in the South, so there might be some like bad history in this house.
I
And
remember got back history. Remember that it's not the dead you have to worry about, it's living.
I think it's both. Because like, yeah, I mean, yeah, right. Don't get me wrong, the living, like, they can fuck you up, but
Hmm.
ghosts, paranormal activity can fuck you up mentally.
Yeah, okay, fine, mentally. And it's like, no, it's like, I hope you don't think they like throw shit. I'm telling you, Sasquatch is more believable than a ghost.
What? Are you kidding
Sasquatch.
me?
And
No
Sasquatch
way.
might more likely exist than a ghost. I mean, a ghost is
You know,
technically just energy. It's just leftover energy. So
well, it's
that the
energy.
ghost technically,
You don't believe in
well,
like poltergeists and like like activity like that?
I mean, not like that, no. Like so you're like something flying off the shelf and no, because it's like that could be more scientifical where it's just like, well, that was like maybe your future self technically throwing it at a ghost, which was actually you.
Wait, what?
And you're just, oh, come on. Scientifically, you can do so astral projection is totally real. Like time,
Yeah.
space continuum is totally real.
So what
You
if it's
know,
all like the same thing? It's just people are labeling it differently.
yeah, I mean, you could definitely like yeah, my greatest fear is like if you go into the forest and it gets too quiet, you might accidentally slip into another dimension or another time. Like that's a possibility because we have a lot of magnetic activity
Yeah.
and like just weird shit sometimes happens.
I mean, I believe that. Like, I do think it's all like energy, like it's all correlated in that way. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Your idea is a little more far fetched, I think.
Well,
I
I
think
did
it's
look
all
at the
related to
Spider-Verse.
energy.
I'm not gonna lie, I did look at the Spider-Verse and everybody, oh man,
Oh,
ever since
jeez.
that movie came out, I was like, I had to look at it just because people were doing like all these damn theories and I wanted to make sure I was like up to date on what they were talking about. So it's like
Oh
they had all
yeah.
these friggin' theories, who's connected to who, and this is actually this person's future. I'm like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. And it's like, oh my God, what a good story.
Yeah,
So I was like,
I haven't been keeping up with like movies, but I do have this idea that like what if like, dreams, right?
yeah,
Like what if your dreams are actually just sightings from like other other universes
okay.
or other dimensions. So like it's like, oh man, I had a dream that I was doing this and whatever, but like it wasn't a dream. Maybe that you were seeing through the eyes of like your other self in another dimension.
Oh yeah.
Like you're
Yes,
just
they call
getting
that dream walking. They call that dream walking.
yeah.
I don't know if that's from Supernatural or if it's an actual thing, but the dream walking, yeah, you're supposed to be able to walk to other dimensions.
Yeah, shit's
It's
pretty
like,
wild.
yeah, if other dimensions exist. Yeah. Yeah, our dimensions kind of collide. Maybe it's dimensions, maybe it's time, maybe it's just light and you're projecting your aura, Sometimes that's real. Very scientific,
Yeah, I don't know. But Sasquatch thing, I don't know about that. You
Oh,
kind of lost me
Sasquatch.
on
I
that.
mean, that's a little iffy, but I'm just saying. Okay, fine. The Jersey Devil. Are you kidding me? That's just like. I'm not saying I wouldn't believe in it, but am I terrified of it? Yes. Yeah. If somebody said they saw the Jersey Devil, I'd be like, "Fuck, I don't believe in you," but that terrifies the shit out of me.
Yeah,
The Jersey Devil.
I mean,
So, did I tell you about that story? I
well,
told you about that story about somebody. I was looking at a TV show and somebody did like a drawing of like what they think the Jersey Monster was, like a good detailed drawing, and it
uh,
was like terrifying to me. I like that, man, that made my stomach go cold. It was
mm,
like human goatee, with wings and everything. It was just like,
you ever hear about
so
the
terrifying.
what do they call them? Skinwalkers or
Oh yeah, the skinwalkers.
skinwalkers
Yeah,
and what are they called? They're called like r- not Reiki, but it's like
Wraith.
huh? Is it
Is
Rakes?
it Wraith? Wraith? Wraith. Wraith.
Wraiths?
Yeah,
Is it
like
that?
ghosts, like vengeful ghosts.
No. Shit.
Not a chupacabra. Is it a
They're
chupacabra?
like they're like these like real pale like humanoid creatures. I think they're called rakes. Like
Right? Okay.
yeah, but I don't know. Like just...
Oh man, that's terrifying. I mean, and then that's another thing. Like, who knows what's really deep underneath the crust of the world? Well, other than molten lava, but still.
You believe in
You ever see?
Hollow
Oh, you
Earth?
ever see? Oh, I don't want to take my chances. It's one of those things. It's like, no, I don't want to take my chances. I mean, there's a possibility it could be real, especially with that Guillermo del Toro movie. Don't be afraid of the dark.
Don't be afraid of
No,
it.
never seen that.
I don't think so.
Ah, it is so just like creepy. It's like ew. So you know Guillermo del Toro, so it's pretty much the movie is based around the Tooth Fairy or fairies, I should
Oh,
say.
okay. No,
You'll have to look it up.
the last Del Toro film that I watched was Pinocchio. And that shit was actually pretty cool. The
Yeah,
whole
no, it was
stop
great. It was
motion.
great.
Yeah, I loved it.
No, yeah, it was excellent. It was excellent.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, I'm glad I watched.
we were actually watching that series that he had too, the cabinets
Oh
of
yeah, the cabinet.
I think it was called Cabinets of Secrets or something like that.
Hmm.
But we never got to finish it. But that shit was pretty wild. Some of those episodes.
Oh yeah,
Um,
giant rats. Oh man, the giant rat one. It's like, yeah, that's a possibility.
just go to
Human-sized
New
rats. Are you
York.
kidding me? Oh no, don't go to New York. If you are terrified of rats, there's a possibility you'll see one the size of a fucking beaver
Oh yeah, I believe
or
it.
dog.
Yeah,
Ugh.
no
And they
thanks.
don't have a problem with touching you. Like they'll touch you if they think they could get food out of you.
Oof.
Pizza rat. Ugh, gross.
Makes you think about the fucking insects in like Australia, those like huge ass spiders and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
now I'm starting to get, that's another thing. I'm starting to get recluses in my room for whatever reason. I don't know why.
oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I think they're recluses. But they're big. They're like,
oh damn.
they're big. They're big with fuzz on them. And I'm like, what is going on? Why are you coming into my house?
I
I don't
don't
know where
know.
they're coming from. Yeah, and
Yeah.
they keep biting the shit out of my ankles. They get into some cubby area of my or nook in my room, and then they pop out at night or in the morning and bite the shit out of me. Like I know it's them because I get like these terrible bumps. Like so,
Oh shit.
I gotta figure out. Like I put on the Sonic. Well, I just put up the Sonic thing, so and that might help hopefully. Like
Yeah.
a Sonic like kind of bug thing where they can't stand it. So hopefully that'll
Yeah.
work.
Oh no. Yeah, hopefully yeah, hopefully that's the solution. You don't want no
Yeah,
infestation. We're gonna
I
have
mean,
a
like how? Like, I keep my room very organized and clean. I mean, not crazy clean. I'll eat a burrito in there, but you know, and then throw away the plate. But it's just like, damn, it's like
maybe it's
I
like
don't know
hell
how they're coming in.
maybe it's like you ever watch Hellboy? This Hellboy 2 with like
Yeah,
the creatures that come out in the shadows. Maybe it's like
yeah.
another
They're attracted to
fucking
me.
yeah,
A creature of the shadows.
exactly. Yeah.
Just stay away. Like keep away.
Damn. Well,
Well, hopefully,
damn,
like I said,
damn, damn.
hopefully, yeah. Well, there you go. I don't know what kind of what kind of critters you got to deal with. And is it Virginia? Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah. No, we just deal with the regular, like normal shit, like just like fly, just regular
Regular
fly,
bugs.
like fly. We've been battling, like the big like not horse flies, but just like regular flies. I went through like a killing spree. Now we're just dealing with
Okay.
fruit flies, so it's just like normal shit.
Ugh.
Fortunately, we haven't had any like real pest issues. Well, actually, at one point, I don't know how, but one of the cats managed to have fleas, so we had to get them.
Yeah.
So we had to get something for them, and then yeah,
Like it-
for some time we were like just picking like every morning I would get up and I would just flash my light on the ground and just see like if I can spot any fucking fleas hopping around, and we would just pick them up. We would have like a jar of water, so every time
Yeah.
we would just dab on them and just like dip them in the jar of water and let them fucking drown.
Die. Die for
But
bastards. How dare you eat that little sweet kitty?
shit, them and
It's-
us too, man. We'd be getting bitten and shit, but
Man, that must have been terrible.
like nothing like too serious, fortunately. So
Mm.
yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to get that. We'll be able to find something soon enough before our rent fucking skyrockets.
Oh yeah, the rent. Yeah, man. Fucking rent. Yeah. Well,
Seriously.
I wish you luck on that house hunting.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, yeah, your phone, it's actually, I guess, like good timing where we've hit almost 90 minutes. So I don't want your phone
Dang.
to die.
Well, I
And
did plug it up. I plugged it up.
but
Okay. Well, 30 more minutes, and then it's just like I don't know what time it is. I try to get out of here at 9.
yeah,
I know
you
this
don't
starts at
want to be
9
leaving too
because
late.
it's just for my own personal sake. Because like I said, I'll get sleepy.
No, of course. Yeah, exactly.
I'm just a sleepy person. I don't know. I just love taking naps. I was trying to take a nap, relax, but it's like, don't forget it. Like the THC and the CBC and whatever the heck is like, oh, it kicked in. Now I'm like, oh, I'm up.
Well, I will
Yeah,
say that
yeah.
indica definitely will. The indica is the one that will make you tired. That's the one that mellows you out. If you want something to like not make you tired, you want to go with a sativa or at least a sativa. Like you could always get the blends and get a blend that's a little more
I'm
heavy
gonna check that.
on the sativa. But yeah,
Yeah,
indica.
the only reason why I didn't, yeah, the only reason why I didn't try the sativa was because I felt like it might make me hallucinate more, and I'm like, listen, I'm already crazy as it is, so I don't want
Sativa
to take a
helps
chance. So
focus. Sativa's in my is better for focus.
I'll have to try it out. Yeah, I've just been experimenting. So next paycheck, I'm gonna get another round. This
Okay.
round, I'm gonna probably share it with my family and friends. Only so I can get rid of it, kind of. But yeah, they give you like I mean, it's like $30, so it's like, oof, like maybe
For how
next
many?
paychecks.
For how many?
I think you get like 20. One you get 20, and then the other one I think I got like 30. I forgot. I gotta look at it. But
Doesn't sound
oh,
too
they also
bad.
have an app. I think that's hilarious. Yeah, yeah, they were like almost $30 to $35, and I think they each had like 20 or 25 counts.
Okay, that's not bad.
Eh,
I mean,
Yeah,
it
that's not
doesn't
too bad.
sound
I thought it
bad
was
at least. Mm.
yeah. I mean, for I didn't want to spend that much. My brother was so funny. He was like a kid at a candy store. He got like $100 worth. I'm like, oh man, dude. It's like I know you want to try everything, but just like, get two things. Like you don't need all this shit. Get out of here.
Right, right.
Um, yeah, I have to experiment because I got to see what's right for me. Because some people say, uh, you know, it's like the opposite effect. Some people feel very focused. Some people feel hyper. Some people feel sluggish. This
Well,
one's not
that's
too
because
bad. This blend
again,
I got. Mm,
depending on the plant. Like if people are saying they feel more focused, I'm guaranteeing you it's because they're on a sativa blend. Any
Oh, okay.
indica is meant more for to help you relax, eating disorders, stuff like that. That's why people like will have munchies and stuff.
Oh,
Sativa is the one that's more of like it keeps you focused. Like that's not, necessarily meant to like help you sleep. If you need something to help you sleep and relax, you want indica for sure. Sativa is more of the one that will keep you going. But yeah, so if you ever need any tips or anything, I can help you out.
God, you should have been in that. If anything, you should be at that apothecary. Well, that's what they call themselves, apothecarium. You should be at the dispensary.
Yeah.
Because when we went there, I was trying to ask somebody questions, but they were like, "Nah, man, we're just selling stuff and being high." I'm like, I kind of have questions, motherfucker. You know. So it's like, forget it. Let's
Yeah.
roll the dice. Roll the dice. Because nobody can talk
Yeah.
to me about this. It's like, you know
It's
what? Who can talk to? I'm like, G. I can talk to G about it because G will know. He'll know something about something. These fools at the apothecary, they don't want to talk to nobody.
Oh,
So
geez. Yeah, I
I
mean,
just, you should see what the laws are in Virginia. It's like, then there you go. That's your dream job. Work at the apothecary.
I would
Or
only
just
work
get
there if I get a discount on some stuff. But I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because they had like liquid form. They had like all sorts. They had these little baby pre-rolled cigarettes, Uber
Nice.
blunts.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, yeah, they had all sorts of gummies, and then they had the liquid form, which is like,
Oh,
no, if I want
yeah.
to die, sure, why not?
There's so many. There's so many. Well, now over here, people are growing them themselves now because it's
Where are
legal.
they?
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
is it? Oh, there you go.
you can
You
grow
can
your
be a
own.
picker.
Only a certain amount. Like you can't,
Yeah.
like you can't grow a large amount that you can distribute it yourself. Like it's like has to be a small amount. But
Oh, for your recreational use, then.
yeah, like you just But
Mhm.
well, hey, I appreciate you making the time to catch up. I'm always glad to catch
It was
up with you.
great.
Do you
Yeah, that was great.
do you want to plug anything for the audience? You know,
Not
your online
really.
stuff.
I guess I could always, you know what? Go online. You can buy my stickers, buy my stuff at South Street Art Mart. You just plug that in, and their website will pop up, and then you can go to artists, and my art page is, right_NJ. I sell all sorts of stuff, stickers. Um, I'm like forgetting dolls, patches. Oh, embroidery patches. Yeah, that was a new thing. I only got around to doing embroidery patches.
Okay.
And I'm sure I do some other stuff. Like I can't remember everything I do.
Well,
Yeah.
when in doubt, if you want to check out Kali's work, definitely follow her on Riot. Like she said, Riot_NJ. She has a link tree in there, her profile. So if you want to catch her store or any more information, you can just visit her Instagram. And yeah, so yeah, thanks again, Kali. I'm glad that you're doing well, and now you're indulging a little bit on the marijuana. No,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Yeah, I
and
know. I should probably tell you this other story. I also wanted to tell you this real other story.
okay,
Uh, real quick before we leave.
sure.
So yeah, my brother was visiting and he called up one of his friends who like lived in the area. We were gonna go, have a few drinks. So we got there and then some lady kind of like was guarding the seats. I like went for the bathroom for like, a few minutes and they came out and there was like some ladies like sitting in my chair. Like a lot of people showed up. So anyway, this older lady started kind of butting in on our conversation. And I'm like, all right, let's be different. I'll talk to her. So my brother and his friend can kind of catch up because she's like kind of getting my nerves butting into our conversation. And she's like, I just got tired of it. So I started talking to her, yada, 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 yada. So she was having these Oh man, she was having double vodka sodas. She was having a few of them. I was like, oh boy. I was like, fine, cool. Can I go now? So she kind of held on to me and like started telling her don't like it was just her love life stories and I felt like she was making some stuff up. And she's like, oh yeah, my rock and roll rich boyfriend. I'm like, what? I was
I don't know.
like,
Maybe
she's
she
why? Because of
was
how I
desperate
looked
for
at like,
friends.
say what?
Maybe she was just desperate to make friends. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I thought that was weird. So, whatever. The night went on. She was still hanging out the bar. I was hoping she would leave soon because she's already smashed. And then lo and behold, she partaked in my brother's purchases from the apothecary. And that lady, like I could already tell that lady was done. Done.
Oh, geez.
Barely could walk, whatever. So she's like asking us, "Can you take me and my car home?" I'm like, "Shit." So, it's a bar I kind of go to often. So I was like, I can't leave it on, my bud, the bartender, it's fine. I'll handle it. Let's have an adventure. So I did. I took the woman home with my brother and his friend, behind us. And I'm like, honey, you get one shot. If you do this again, no. Like, I'm nice, but it's just like, no, you can't be doing this over and over again. Like, no.
Right.
So that was my adventures. I took somebody home and I'm still alive and I don't owe cajillions of dollars. I'm like, he's just gonna
Nice.
rob my ass and like take all my money. It's like, haha, joke's on you. I only have $30 in my account.
Oh, geez.
I live paycheck to paycheck, sucker. Really? You're gonna go to this dive bar and try to rob people? Like, how dumb are you?
Damn, that's fucked up. But
Or, well, there you go. Anyway,
I'm glad nothing horrible happened though. I'm glad you're okay. So
I know, but now I can't go back there for a couple months. I feel like just to not jinx it because it's like I don't want to go through that again. I was like, I don't mind helping people. I like helping people, but
well, some
it's getting too
people
weird.
take advantage of it, so I totally understand.
Yeah, they do because I don't want her to get the idea of like, oh, let's be buds. I'm like, no, let's not. No way. I'm good. My friends are either online or in video games. I'm good. Or cats. Or cats.
Okay.
My good friends are cats. I'd rather have a bunch of cat friends than people friends.
Well, there you have it. You heard it here, folks. She'd rather have cats than pets.
Yeah. Cats. The police don't protect people. Cats do.
Yeah,
Da-da-da.
that's so funny. Well, I
Okay.
I wish you well. All right.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you again for being here. And for everyone else, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to check out the links in the descriptions if you want to follow either of us outside the podcast on social media. And stay safe, stay healthy, and stay driven. We will catch you on the next one. Peace out, everyone.
Yeah. Peace out. Woo, we did it.